everyone, I'm Suedo.
And we have a great show in store for you today. We're here at the Learn to Ski area down at Snowshed, but behind us we have the whole Beast of the East in its full glory. Superstar is right there, home to the World Cup, which is been here every single year for the past 3 years, and it has been such a spectacular event. I mean, there's free concerts, there's world-class athletes, there are fans up to wazoo, and I mean, if you're missing out on the World Cup event, we've got some segments for you to take a look at so that you can almost feel like you were here for it, and next year you can get your booty up here for it.
Yeah, we actually do have some unbelievable footage. I had the opportunity, again, the golden opportunity to get up there and get some front row coverage, as it were. I was right at the finish line interviewing some athletes, including, but not limited to, we got some great sound bites with Mikaela Shiffrin, our skiing sweetheart here at Killington. Also, Federica Brignone from Italy, who won the giant slalom here on Saturday. The Olympic gold medalist Frida Hansdotter from Sweden. Oh, I still remember talking to her. Yes, got some good information, or good sound bites with her as well. And I also caught up with the founder of Killington. You know, Sarah, it was just 60 years ago last week that Press Smith and a couple of intrepid entrepreneurs founded Killington ski area. Press came all the way back up from Florida to check out this World Cup event, and I tell you, he was as impressed as anyone. And
it's a good thing he did, because there is a ton of work that goes into the World Cup. We're gonna catch up with Tiffany, our snow scientist. She's gonna give us a rundown on what it takes to go into this event, because I'll tell you what, folks, it does not happen overnight. It is a myriad of people getting together, mountain ops, sponsors, athletes, volunteers, everybody to make this event happen. So we're gonna see what it takes for that.
Yeah, they call it the White Circus when it rolls into town, and it is just, it's a production, it's a show. The logistics, I can't imagine to begin to imagine what it takes to pull all that off. You're absolutely right.
Yep. We're also going to head down the hill to our favorite après spots, the Lookout Tavern and Moguls Sports Pub. That's always a good time. We'll get a nice cold frosty long trail down there after we take a few runs up here.
Yeah, sounds great. But while we're thinking about that, that's a little bit later, let's check out some of that awesome World Cup action that went down here at Killington Thanksgiving weekend. Sit back and enjoy this. I know you will. Hey everyone, we're here for the Killington Cup. It's the third stop on the women's FIS Tour right here in Killington. Well, I think the story of the weekend has to be Vermont's own Mikaela Shiffrin. She's only failed the podium once here at all the races in Killington. She was schooled up the road in Birch Mountain Academy, Vermont. We're definitely claiming her as one of our own.
For sure, there's a lot of cheers for Mikaela and Razy and some of those girls. But what's nice here is that it's a lot of North American cheers, and I think that makes us feel special, because I've never actually raced a World Cup in Canada.
Hey, Mikaela's first run, a little conservative perhaps, same thing that she did the first time Killington hosted the GS. We'll have to see if she can really pull it out here in the second run.
A lot of girls in the same time, and it's going to be a good second run and a tough second run, because anyone can do the difference.
A very challenging second course set.
I was happy with some of my skiing, but I wasn't happy with the intensity. And it's, you know, watching some of the other girls come down after I went, and I was like, yeah, they're skiing like they want it, and I want it too, but I was enjoying it too much.
Yeah, it was not easy condition, because today morning was raining, and also now it's a little bit warmer.
That's the conclusion of the first run. Super exciting. Mikaela sits atop the leaderboard, but Shield and Valhova and Hansdotter are right behind. It's only 0.5 of a second to separate the top 4 competitors. Let's see what happens here in the second run. And here comes Mikaela Shiffrin on course, the last racer. Balhova sits in first, Hansdotter is second. Shiffrin is skiing flawlessly down Preston's pitch. At the third split, she's up 1/4 of 1 second. She's approaching the finish line, only a dozen gates left. The crowd is carrying her to the finish line. Can she do it? Can she repeat the Killington Cup top step of the podium? Here's the results. Listen to the crowd. First place, Mikaela Shiffrin. Unbelievable. What an amazing finish here of the Killington Cup. It's the Olympic slalom champion, Frida Hansdotter, coming in third, and a repeat from last year. Petra Valhova was unable to hold on to that top spot. America's Mikaela Shiffrin has done it again. The slalom queen of Killington. She rules this place.
Well, that was a great look back at the World Cup footage from this past Thanksgiving. Such an amazing event that Killington puts on, and all the athletes that come here, I mean, it's absolutely spectacular to watch. The fans are going crazy. They're all over the place. I mean, you can hear it. Mikaela Shiffrin even said this. She could hear the fans at the top of the start gate when she was coming down for her final slalom run. Pretty incredible.
Yeah, you know, I had the opportunity to actually see on an iPhone some footage that our Lang boot rep shared with me, and it was taken from someone on the course, but as Mikaela crested what they call Preston's pitch now, it's right behind us up there, you could, the crowd, just the swell of the cheers, and then as they announced her time down there, I'm getting goosebumps talking about it.
I know.
It was chilling. Just, I mean, it was unbelievable. You have to get up here. Yeah, you watched on TV, it's a cool event, but if you're not here in person seeing it, you're really missing out. So, as I mentioned, Corey Potter, my camera guy and editor and co-producer, you know, we had the opportunity again to work together for the 3rd year in a row up there, Sarah. And one of the things we were able to do is get interviews with a lot of the athletes. So my first interview of the weekend was with Federica Brignone, who represents Italy. Now, the Italian women have an extremely strong GS team. They're probably the most dominant GS team out there right now. And she was my first interview of the weekend. Is it is it a coincidence that she actually won the giant slalom race that day? I don't know. You draw your own conclusions, but I think I'm good luck for her.
Definitely because of the interview, Slato.
Absolutely. Now, when I interviewed her teammate, Irene Cortoni, I didn't even know if these women spoke English. I said, Irene, do you speak English? I asked her before we went on air. And she said, yes, but with an Italian accent. And as I melted away, I said, that's perfect. I can't wait to speak to you. So anyhow, sit back, enjoy our little snippet here. It's with Federica Brignone, the winner of the giant slalom here Saturday on World Cup week. Hey, you're here with Federica from Team Italy, probably the most dominant women's giant slalom team on the earth right now. How did you find the conditions up here today?
The condition is perfect. I mean, the snow, the slope is prepared perfectly, and it's really amazing and fun to ski. And for that, we're a lot of girls in the same time, and it's gonna be a good second run and a tough second run, because anyone can do the difference, you know.
I know that on the course you're very serious competitors, yet off the course you travel. It's a family affair in a way, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm here, like, my mom, she's a journalist, so sometimes she's around for races. Like, she is here because she likes to visit new places and yeah, so, but for her, like, it's work. So we can see each other if we have time, but everyone is here for working and me for racing. And then, but now I'm going around with my brother. He's my coach and he's my mentor, and I'm having a lot of fun. I always wanted to you know, just not race and not go around the world, but have fun and have someone to share the emotions and the experiences. So I'm here with him and I'm doing it, and I'm having so much fun.
We wish you luck in the second run.
Thank you so much.
Slato, that was a great interview that you gave. You're still melting, aren't you?
Absolutely.
You're still melting.
Oh boy, it was over a month ago that it happened too, or about a month ago, but still thinking about it. It was just so exciting. And throughout the show here, I'll be sharing more of my fond memories of the World Cup weekend.
Yeah, because that wasn't the only interview that Slato got to do. He's got a few more interviews coming up with some great athletes. Fred Smith is on his way. We're also going to catch up with Tiffany, the Snow Scientist. She's going to give us a rundown on what it took to put the World Cup together. But right now, stay tuned for some more Explore Killington after this. Here's a look at our sponsors.
Welcome to Base Camp Outfitters, where all your mountain adventures begin in comfort.
Here at Base Camp, we are very picky about our clothing company. You will find the largest selection of Mammut, Dynafit, and Wrap. We also offer adorable and functional clothing from Terry Straw and Prana.
And our focus is moisture management and comfort while moving aggressively. And a great selection of packs and accessories too. And don't forget,
Base Camp is where all your mountain adventures begin.
hi, welcome to Base Camp Outfitters.
And Cabin Fever Gifts, where all your shopping adventures begin. Come on over to my side. Cabin Fever Gifts offers an eclectic collection of gifts, souvenirs, and home decor. We feature unique products from local artists and vendors and beautiful handmade home decor items for those special occasions. One of my favorite places is the upstairs gallery where we showcase local artists. So if you're experiencing cabin fever, come on down to Cabin Fever Gifts.
Nestled among the trees and the mountains awaits your weekend getaway. A place of history and style, good company and comfort, where you'll find real food and the people who grow it. Come to make a memory and stay for a show. In the heart of Vermont is downtown Rutland, the escape you've been waiting for.
This is the best farmers market in Vermont and possibly in New England, and you can find just about any food you're looking to eat here. Rutland is privileged to have one of the few 52-week-a-year markets, and it feeds an economy, not just the people.
The farmers market here is open every Saturday from 9 o'clock to 2 o'clock, and we really welcome everybody to come visit us. If it wasn't for our customers, we'd be nothing. So we appreciate everybody that comes and visits and buys from us.
Hello and welcome to the Highline Lodge, the first lodge built in Killington. Please join us in our Fireplace Lounge, Killington's contemporary and lively gathering place. With breathtaking views of the mountain, you can sample our craft cocktails, local spirits and beers, and listen to live music on the weekends. Our expanded lounge menu features fresh, contemporary, seasonal dishes that are truly backyard garden to table. The intimate dining room and backyard patio are the perfect spots for group dinners and celebrations. The Highline Lodge, located off the Killington Road.
The K1's our 6% Mosaic Hop-infused Golden IPA, brewed year-round here at Killington Beer Company. You can find it throughout Vermont at your local craft beer retailer, or better yet, come visit us at the Tasting Room on Killington Road in the Woods Resort. You can watch the brewing process while you enjoy any of our 6 varieties of craft beer on tap. We also feature live music on the weekends. I'm Mike from Killington Beer Company, and I'm going to have a pint waiting for you.
Killington, Slato and I are here at Snow Shed. It has been a great day here on the mountain.
We talked about the World Cup, and we're going to be talking about it more, but as you know, there is just so much that has to happen for this thing to get pulled off. Now, Mother Nature's been pretty cooperative with us, but it takes a gigantic team of people up here in mountain operations to actually prep and prepare that course up there. So we've asked Snow Scientist Tiffany to look into what it takes to put on the World Cup. Check it out.
In case you haven't heard, Killington is hosting the 2016 Women's World Cup Slalom and GS events. It all comes down to about 2.5 minutes. That's how long it'll take most of the racers to get down Superstar's 3,200 feet of steeps that reach up to a 49% gradient. So who spends the most time preparing for those 160 seconds? Well, the athletes, of course, some of whom train a lifetime for this moment. But a close second is the course crew and Killington's mountain operations team, who spend months preparing Superstar to meet the standards of the world's best. First and foremost, there's the snowmaking. Beginning months before the actual event, Killington's snowmaking system, the largest in the known universe, takes advantage of every opportunity Mother Nature gives them. Over 50 acre-feet of snow is needed, which includes covering Superstar top to bottom and side to side at a minimum depth of 2 feet. To perform this amazing task, it requires 180,000 gallons of water and compressed air surging through 100 snow guns. Next comes the grooming. A week into snowmaking, the groomers start to shape the terrain, guided by poles that the course designers have planted on the hill. Snow is pushed up the hill to minimize snow loss. With a 48% pitch on upper Superstar and a 49% pitch on the lower, requires the use of a winch, which relieves about 3/4 of the machine's weight, just enough to get the job done. When the course chief is satisfied with the shape of the trail, it's time to lay down the actual course. The course is constructed by laying out a series of gates, formed by alternating pairs of red and blue poles. The gates are arranged in a variety of configurations to challenge the competitors. Finally, there's the safety equipment. About 3.5 miles of A-nets will be used. These 20-foot tall nets mark off the most hazardous points on the trail, helping to ensure that an athlete who tumbles crashes into yielding fencing, and not a tree. Protective padding goes onto signs, chairlift poles, or any other structure that an athlete might bang into. Then about 10 miles of B-net will be set up on the sides of the course for protection, and 10 miles of spec fence used to keep the crowd where they're supposed to be, well away from the course. 55 race crew members, 23 patrollers, 12 support staff, 5 winch cat drivers, and about 400 volunteers help with making this 150-second run as perfect as possible. So that's it. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to understand it, but it certainly doesn't hurt. Now it's time for me to leave the lab and engage in a little field research. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you out there.
Thank you, Snow Scientist Tiffany, on that rundown on what it goes into the World Cup race construction. And I mean, those athletes to be able to go down Superstar with the snowpack that it is and how they put everything together, it is so cool to watch and just been absolutely incredible to have here at Killington. We're so lucky.
Yeah, and you know, not only is it the race course, you've got to think about all that went into the construction of the bleachers, the stands, the VIP building that they constructed.
The village.
The little VIP village building that they built. And then a whole stage. We had 4 concerts up there to keep people entertained in between races and stuff.
The music was incredible.
All the vendors. And then it's all put up, and then you come back a week later and it's all gone and moved on to the next spot. It's a truly amazing thing. Well, as we mentioned, I've had the opportunity to interview many of the athletes, and one of the interviews I was so happy to get was with the Olympic silver medalist from Pyeongchang, South Korea last year, who beat Mikaela, which we didn't think was going to happen, but she did it, and she won the Slalom gold medal. I'm talking, of course, about Frida Hansdotter from Sweden. So I was able to catch up with her and get a little of her impression of what it means to ski at Killington. Frida Hansdotter, who sits second on the podium now. Frida, first, congratulations on your gold medal last year in Pyeongchang. You must be very proud.
Yeah, it's a dream come true with my gold medal. It was fantastic, so I feel good.
Did you find today's course more challenging? You've been here for 3 years now. What did you find about challenging today's course?
Yeah, for me, GS overall, it's challenging because slalom is my best discipline, but I really like this hill. I think it's fun because it's those rollers and you really have to work with the terrain, and I think that's fun when it's a little bit more challenging.
You look very strong today. Tomorrow, of course, your slalom. How do you think you will do tomorrow?
I hope I will do really good tomorrow.
Now, we know Mikaela, of course, is the reigning slalom champion, but if anyone can beat her, we know that you can.
Yeah, I would try to give her a good match, but for sure she's the big favorite, and she's always skiing super good, and I think it's super impressive, and I will try to do my best to give her a good game.
Do you find that the crowd is supporting you equally as the other athletes?
Yeah, I really love to race here because it's always so much people here and they are cheering for everyone. And I also have like some Swedish flags over there, and that's super fun.
Yes. Have you ever met Ingemar Stenmark?
Yeah, I met him before.
Good for you. Hey, Frida Hansdotter, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sarah, that was a look with my interview with Olympic gold medalist Frida Hansdotter from Sweden. Yeah, you know, didn't think she was going to beat Mikaela last year in the Olympics, but she did. And at 32 years young, she is getting it done up there. And it was just very exciting for me to actually say hello to her and interview her and ask her for her autograph as well.
100%.
Hey boy, right here.
It took a lot for you to admit that.
No, not really. You know.
Who
am I kidding, huh?
Well, we can only aspire to ski as well as those athletes that are coming down superstar during the World Cup. I mean, it is absolutely incredible to watch and something to aspire to, like I just said, because God knows we're not going that fast down that trail, even if it feels like we are sometimes.
That's right. Yeah, but as I mentioned earlier too, you know, maybe you watched it on TV. I hope you did. But if you haven't been here to see it in person, you just can't beat it. 30,000 people just going crazy, and some of the best athletes and certainly skiers in the world just ripping up that hill like it's cream cheese. You know, I'd be up there. Holy smokes! This is
definitely not soft like cream cheese.
Yeah, it's just the way they like it. So anyhow, what's coming up next?
Well, next we are going to head on down the road to our favorite Apres spots. We're going to go to the Lookout Tavern and Moguls Sports Club. So make sure you stay tuned for more Explore Killington coming up after this.
Killington Sports is the first stop on the Killington Road and the last stop you'll have to make. You'll find the area's largest selection of goggles and helmets, clothing, accessories, tuning, and repairs. Best of all, you can get rentals and lift tickets here and go straight to the hill. They have great merchandise from brands like Patagonia, North Face, Obermeyer, Flylow, Dakine, Burton, and Under Armour, including the latest in lifestyle clothing from Huel and Purnell. Killington Sports, make it your first stop on the hill and get on the hill first.
Hi, I'm Steve. Welcome to the Killington Motel. My wife Robin and I have been the proud innkeepers for over 10 years. We offer affordable, clean, comfortable accommodations and a wonderful breakfast to start your day. We are also home of Killington Coffee Roasters, where we roast and sell our single origin coffee. If you are looking for a bed and breakfast or a bag of freshly roasted coffee, stop by and say hi. We would love to see you. We are conveniently located between Pico and Killington.
Espresso bar, specialty cocktails, art gallery, and restaurant. Liquid Art is the place in Killington to get ready for your day and unwind when it's over. We invite you to enjoy work by local artists while dining on healthy fare, signature drinks, and specialty coffee in an atmosphere that is relaxed, cozy, and unlike anything else on the mountain. Stop in for open mic night, art jam, Sunday night supper, or try one of our raved about monthly wine dinners. Killington's Coffee House, where everything is a work of art. Liquid Art, the bright blue building 2 miles up the Killington Road.
Sal here from Moguls Sports Pub. You know, the only sports pub in Killington. Moguls offers free mini golf, air conditioning, 2 pool tables, dartboard, and TVs everywhere. Plus the best game room around. And if you're hungry, we offer wood-fired burgers, steaks, gyros, barbecue ribs, and of course, the best lobster deal in town. So just pop in at Moguls and say, Sal sent me. See you there.
At Northern Ski Works, we want you to have tons of fun on the snow. We'll get you on the right ski. We'll put you in the right boot. We'll get you outfitted in comfort and style. We'll get you adjusted and balanced. We'll get you finely tuned. We'll get you accessorized, and we'll outfit the kids, recognized by Ski Magazine as one of the top 15 boot fitters in America. We've got all the gear in here, so you'll have fun out there on the slopes. Northern Ski Works, conveniently located in Killington, Vermont. Hey everybody, welcome back to Explore Killington. Slater down here at the Lookout Tavern, about to enjoy my first of the day frosty Long Trail Ale. And if you notice this handsome young guy sitting next to me, it's we're reuniting with my good friend Joe Peterson. Bobby Joe.
Right on. So good to see you.
Good to be on air with you again. You know, we have a long history here at KTV. We were chit-chatting that this is my 25th year on Killington television. I'm so honored and privileged to be on that long, and you can't believe it, I can't believe it, but we have a long history. We used to do a gig down the road together for about 10 or 12 years.
I believe this is the third spot that we've been on camera together for Explore Killington in one incarnation or another.
Yes, right you are, the third spot. Yes, I briefly forgot about the middle spot, but here we are. But the spot we want to talk about, of course, is the Lookout, because that's where it's happening. We're here now, and you're here now.
I am here now.
That's exciting for me to see you, but it's got to be exciting for everybody else, and it's going to be exciting for all our guests, because you're bringing about 25 years at least of Killington Road experience to bear right here on the Lookout.
I'm not sure I'm happy that you're sharing that number with the people out there, but I am. I'm really excited. We're going to have a great season here at the Lookout. We're looking forward to having you guys back every so often, as well as all the guests to come to Killington.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, it is Long Trail Night here at the Lookout. That is actually their new base layer. It is their winter seasonal, and we are happy to have it here at the Lookout, as well as Long Trail Ale and Flying Ryan.
Yeah, it's great. And we're down here taping about every other week, so this is Long Trail Thursday, we like to call it here. But you guys have drink specials and stuff going on here every night of the week, of course.
Every night of the week. I mean, this is without a doubt the best spot in Killington to spend your Apres-ski. Take some turns on the mountain, and we are literally the first turn off the mountain. So as you're heading down, take your first left here at the Lookout, and you will have the best Apres-ski experience possible.
But do you have to wait to after skiing to come down here to the Lookout?
No, we're open for lunch every day, as well as our late night menu as well. But Apres-ski is really where we made our mark.
I agree. Now you mentioned the menu. I understand you've made a few changes, some improvements to the menu. You've put a few things to the side and picked up some new items.
Well, every year, you know, our chef Sneaky Pete likes to keep it fresh. He always brings back a couple from the archives that people get really excited about. And you know, to make room, we might have to slide a few off to the summer menu coming up. But I promise you, there is something for everybody, something tasty and delicious for all tastes on the Lookout menu.
You know, Bobby, I've mentioned it many times on the program here that this is a family-owned restaurant, but it's also, you know, it's a bar, but it's a restaurant where you can feel very comfortable bringing kids down here. They have very standalone kind of dining areas. You don't have to worry about, geez, you know, is it appropriate to bring my family down here? Is it a bar room? Yeah, there's a little bar here, but you can be over here in the back of this side of the house. We've got a game room to keep the kids occupied over there.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself. The one word that I'd pick to really describe the Lookout is fun. It is a fun spot for all ages. Fun for families, fun to come down as a couple, fun to come down and meet new friends. It's really a great atmosphere for everyone.
Yeah, I can't wait for the season. Again, can't believe season 25 for me here, but you know, I'm looking forward to the rest of 25 and 26 through 32.
I'm just hoping they don't go back into the archives to show how good looking we used to be.
Well, they may. Steve's been known to do that to us here. Our section, we call it From the Vault. I don't know that we're running on this show, but it's kind of interesting to see back in the day.
Absolutely. It's so good to have you here.
Thanks
and
so
we can't
much.
wait to see you here at the Lookout all season long.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Hummel. I work with Prestige Real Estate in Killington, Vermont. This distinctive top-ridge townhouse overlooking Bear Mountain is a true ski-on, ski-off property, featuring cathedral ceilings, abundant natural light, an open floor plan with modern kitchen, wood and gas-burning fireplaces, and a large deck off the living room. Ownership amenities include the use of indoor and outdoor pools, exercise room, tennis courts, snowshoeing, and cross-country skiing. For more information or to set up a showing, please contact me, Caitlin Hummel, at Prestige Real Estate.
When winter weather strikes, be prepared and call Primo, a professional company doing business right for over a decade. We value our customers and take pride in our work. Call now and let us show you the difference.
My great-grandmother bought the farm in 1918. She taught my dad how to make maple syrup, and my dad has been teaching me, and the rest is history.
People want to be connected to their food and to the land and the people who make it, right? I think that connection is important.
I like working with the land and producing something from that.
It's not the hills that define the county, but it's the people living in the hills that define the county.
The Red Clover Inn and Restaurant is the intimate and sophisticated Vermont inn for romance and relaxation. There's exceptionally locally sourced dining that is elegant yet casual, complemented by creative cocktails and an international wine list. And with event facilities that can handle everything from romantic weddings and rehearsal dinners to secluded business retreats, you'll be sure to come away with memories that last a lifetime. Get away from it all at the Red Clover Inn and Restaurant, affordable elegance in the heart of the Killington Valley. Combine the exhilaration of skiing, the flow of snowboarding, and control of mountain biking, and you have one of the fastest growing winter sports in the nation, ski biking. Ski biking offers another fun way to conquer the slopes. Whether you enjoy cruising down mellow runs or carving new paths through the powder, you'll discover the same excitement on a ski bike. It doesn't matter if you're an expert at snow sports, an avid cyclist, or have no experience at all, you are bound to have a good time. Reserve now to begin your new experience and discover how much fun it is for yourself.
Whatever you're getting ready for, come into Supercuts. We pay attention to every detail and then finish with our signature hot towel, so you feel clean, sharp, and not just ready, but super ready.
Get super ready with the latest trends at one of our local salons today.
Moguls, and that is Mr. Dwayne Carlton, who is rocking the house, man. I'm telling you, sir, this place is going off. It's a Thursday afternoon. It seems like a Friday night here, but that's what it is every night at Moguls, right?
It is, and every day here it's Thirsty Thursday with $5 long trail pints, so you can come down here, get a nice cold long trail, and enjoy some great music, some great fun. I mean, there's always something going on here at Moguls. Like you said, we've got Dwayne Carlton over here on stage. He is going to be here every Sunday night for Locals Night. Don't want to miss him. He'll throw on your All Request Live, whatever songs you want. He is a jukebox in the making. It's absolutely fantastic. They also have a really great entertainment schedule for the other nights. We got DJ Dave Total Request Live on Fridays. Come down here, request your favorite song. He'll put it on for you. Do a little dance party with it. And then you also have the Super Stash Brothers. They're going to be here 3 weeks out of the month, as well as DC3, Dwayne's band, on stage. Awesome, awesome time. You cannot go wrong with that. Jam-packed full of music on the weekends here. If you're up here during midweek, you can come up here. There's going to be free pool Monday and Thursdays. Cannot go wrong with that. And NFL ticket. Sunday, every day. Come in, watch your favorite game on any of the big screens. They are all over the place, including the bathroom.
including the bathroom. Ladies and men's room, by the way, right?
Ladies and men's room. So, yeah. And not to mention, I didn't even mention the food. I mean, you can come get a Frosty Long Trail for $5 on Thursdays. You get a Fat Tire New Belgium for $4.50 on Fridays. And you can get a great rack of ribs as well, because we got the smoker right outside. Does not get better than that.
You're talking about Jack the Smoker, like a 1,200-pound giant smoker. These guys are out there at 8 a.m. They are smoking the meat, and it's going to be served the next day. That thing is in there all. The prime rib here melts off your mouth. And we mentioned it before, too. Downstairs, of course, a full-on game room at Moguls.
Oh,
you can bring the kids, the family down here. There's something for everybody down here at Moguls. It's a good time. Hey, well, listen, coming up next on the show, as we all know, we had the World Cup here just a few weeks ago, and I was able to at least get a microphone in and get some sound bites from Miss Mikaela Shiffrin. You know, she is this generation's LeBron James. She's Michael Jordan. She's Tom Brady. She's Tiger Woods. She's rolled into one, and she happens to be a skier, and we happen to be skiers, and that's why we love her. Check it out, Mikaela Shiffrin. It's good stuff.
Mikaela, all your trophies and medals and everything, where do you keep those, except for the live animals?
I guess various places. I try to keep like the big ones someplace safe, but
you don't have them on display anywhere?
So, like some of them I sent to my Nana to keep in her house. I don't have them really on display right now. I might eventually try to get something set up, but I kind of have an issue with like putting your trophies like right in the middle of your house where everybody walks in and is like, oh wow, have you won something? But I might do it at some point. Like the globes are really pretty, so aside from like being in your face about it, they're just a nice decoration.
Well, Plano, all good things must come to an end, and we've had so much fun on Explore Killington today, but it is time for us to wrap it up.
Now, tonight we got Cookie behind the bar. You might find Maggie behind the bar, but I know my friend Katie Rader is behind the bar on Sunday afternoons from noon when they open till about 6, 7 o'clock. So if you are pounding it hard up there at the mountain on Sunday and you need a good, solid meal, inexpensively, I might add, you come down here, Katie's going to set you up, and they're going to send you back home, Boston, New York, wherever you're from, Philadelphia, get a big burger, something like that. Some ribs, maybe?
I think some ribs.
Yeah. Maybe you need a designated rib driver, because once you have all the ribs, you'll be like maybe sleepy and you won't make it.
Food coma.
Yeah, so stop in, and don't forget, as always, take care of all your waiters, waitresses, service people working so hard to make a good time for you up here at Killington, right?
Absolutely. And if you need a ride, you can always call Uncle Sam's Taxi. Sam Carr driving you, so don't drink and drive. Call Uncle Sam. He will drive you guys wherever you need to go.
And we want to remind you to check out Killington Today. It's hosted by our friend Bettina. It's on every morning at KTV Channel 14, 7:30 in the morning. You want to check it out because she's going to fill you in on all the updated trail conditions, weather conditions, all the lists that are running, aren't running. And as always, we're going to have Mr. Pete Duffy with our ambassador update. You cannot find a more up-to-date, current show out there that's going to tell you exactly where you want to be and where you don't want to be when you're vacationing here in Killington and Pico. Check it out every morning, 7:30, Killington Today.
And I know you didn't get enough of Slato and I, because how could you ever get enough of us? So if you didn't, definitely check us out on KillingtonTV.com. You can also find us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Please like us, share us, be our friend. We need you. Keep watching us. We love having you out there. Until next time, Killington, stay classy.